The double slit experiment involves firing particles at a barrier with two slits. This setup is designed to observe the behavior of particles as they pass through the slits. The experiment reveals the wave-particle duality of matter. Without observation, particles create an interference pattern on the detection screen, indicating wave-like behavior. When observed, particles pass through one slit or the other, creating two distinct bands on the detection screen, indicating particle-like behavior. The act of observation collapses the wave function, forcing particles to behave as discrete entities. The interference pattern demonstrates that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. The detection screen records the cumulative impact of individual particles over time. The experiment challenges classical physics by demonstrating quantum superposition and entanglement. The distance between the slits affects the spacing of the interference pattern. The wavelength of the particles also influences the interference pattern. Electrons, photons, and even atoms exhibit wave-particle duality in the double slit experiment. The double slit experiment is a cornerstone of quantum mechanics, revealing the probabilistic nature of reality. The experiment's results have profound implications for our understanding of the universe at the smallest scales. Quantum mechanics is essential for modern technologies such as lasers and semiconductors. The double slit experiment continues to inspire new research and deepen our understanding of quantum phenomena. When particles are not observed, they pass through both slits simultaneously. The simultaneous passage through both slits creates an interference pattern on the detector screen. The interference pattern indicates wave-like behavior of the particles. Observing particles passing through slits reveals their individual nature. Each particle passes through only one slit when observed. This behavior results in two distinct bands forming on the detector screen. The observation of particle trajectory forces the particles to behave classically. Quantum superposition describes the ability of a quantum system to exist in multiple states simultaneously. Prior to measurement, a quantum particle does not have a definite, single state. The particle exists as a combination of all possible states until an observation is made. Quantum superposition is a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics, challenging classical notions of definite properties. Superposition is not merely uncertainty. It is the simultaneous existence of multiple possibilities. The state of superposition is maintained until an external measurement or interaction occurs. Measurement forces the quantum system to choose one of the possible states. This collapse of the wave function is a key feature of quantum measurement. Before measurement, the particle's properties are probabilistic. After measurement, they become definite. Quantum superposition is essential for technologies like quantum computing. Qubits in superposition can represent 0, 1, or any combination thereof, enabling parallel computation. This allows quantum computers to perform calculations far beyond the capabilities of classical computers. Quantum superposition is a delicate state, easily disrupted by environmental interactions. Maintaining superposition requires careful isolation and control of the quantum system. Despite its fragility, quantum superposition is a powerful resource for quantum technologies. The wave function describes the probability of a particle's possible states. Prior to observation, a particle exists in a superposition of multiple states. Observation forces the particle to choose one definite state. This transition from multiple possibilities to a single reality is known as wave function collapse. The act of measurement fundamentally alters the quantum system. Wave function collapse is a core concept in quantum mechanics. The observer plays a critical role in determining the outcome of a quantum event. Different measurement types can lead to different collapse states. The collapse state is definite and measurable. Wave function collapse is instantaneous and irreversible. This phenomenon is fundamental to understanding quantum behavior. The exact mechanism of collapse remains a topic of ongoing research. Despite its complexities, wave function collapse is essential for quantum computing. It also plays a role in quantum cryptography. Wave function collapse bridges the gap between the quantum and classical worlds. The observer effect demonstrates that the act of observing a quantum system directly influences its behavior and outcome. Observation fundamentally alters the state of quantum particles. The observer effect is a core concept in quantum mechanics. Direct observation causes the wave function of a quantum system to collapse. The act of measurement forces a quantum system into a definite state. Quantum systems exist in a superposition of states until observed. The observer effect is not simply a matter of physical disturbance, it is about gaining information. The observer effect challenges classical notions of objective reality. The observer effect is central to many quantum experiments and technologies. Without observation, Quantum systems evolve according to the Schrödinger equation. Measurement introduces an element of randomness into quantum processes. The observer effect is a key factor in quantum entanglement. The observer effect implies that reality is not independent of the observer. The observer effect is not fully understood and remains a topic of ongoing research. The observer effect has profound implications for our understanding of the universe. Quantum Zeno effect is related to the observer effect, where frequent observations can freeze the evolution of a quantum system. The Hermetic principle, as above, so below, posits a correspondence between inner thoughts and the external world. This principle implies that consciousness influences and shapes external reality. Internal mental states and external experiences are interconnected and reflective of each other. The microcosm of individual thought mirrors the macrocosm of universal experience. Understanding internal thought patterns can lead to a deeper understanding of external events. Changes in internal consciousness can manifest as corresponding changes in external circumstances. The Hermetic principle suggests a reciprocal relationship between the inner and outer worlds. Our thoughts and beliefs act as blueprints that shape the reality we experience. By mastering our internal world, we gain greater control over our external reality. The principle encourages self-reflection and conscious awareness of one's thoughts and emotions. This alignment between inner and outer worlds fosters personal growth and transformation. The Hermetic principle emphasizes the power of intention in shaping one's life experiences. Conscious effort, directed inward, can lead to profound changes in outward circumstances. The as above, so below concept highlights the interconnectedness of all things. By understanding this principle, individuals can consciously create a more fulfilling reality. Attention shapes perceived reality. What is focused on expands. Concentrating on problems magnifies their perceived impact and scale. Focusing on solutions enhances their visibility and potential. The power of attention lies in its ability to direct perception and influence outcomes. Selective focus can create a biased view of reality, emphasizing certain aspects while obscuring others. A balanced perspective requires distributing attention across both challenges and opportunities. Sustained focus on a specific goal can drive progress and achieve desired results. Conversely, scattered attention can lead to inefficiency and stagnation. Mindfulness practices can enhance the ability to control and direct attention. The quality of attention determines the quality of experience. By intentionally directing attention, individuals can actively shape their reality. The cultivation of focused attention is a key skill for personal and professional success. Distractions compete for attention, diverting focus from intended targets. Strategic allocation of attention maximizes effectiveness and minimizes wasted effort. Understanding the dynamics of attention is crucial for navigating the complexities of modern life. At the deepest level of existence, everything emerges from a primordial energy field known as the quantum vacuum. The quantum vacuum is not empty space, but rather a fundamental field of energy that permeates all of reality. Quantum fluctuations within the vacuum give rise to virtual particles, which briefly pop into existence before annihilating each other. These virtual particles, though short-lived, have measurable effects on the behavior of real particles. The quantum vacuum is the source of all matter and energy in the universe. It is a dynamic and ever-changing sea of potential, constantly giving birth to new realities. The energy density of the quantum vacuum is incredibly high, far greater than anything we observe in the macroscopic world. This energy is often referred to as zero-point energy, as it exists even at absolute zero temperature. The Casimir effect provides experimental evidence for the existence of the quantum vacuum. The quantum vacuum plays a crucial role in many fundamental physical phenomena, including the Lamb shift and spontaneous emission. Understanding the quantum vacuum is essential for developing a complete theory of quantum gravity. The quantum vacuum challenges our classical understanding of empty space as truly empty. It suggests that the universe is far more complex and mysterious than we previously imagined. Further research into the quantum vacuum may unlock new technologies and revolutionize our understanding of the universe. The quantum vacuum, a boundless source of energy and potential, waiting to be explored. The quantum vacuum serves as the fundamental origin of mass and matter. This genesis of mass and matter occurs through interaction with the Higgs field. The Higgs field interaction forms the foundation of all physical things. Without the Higgs field, fundamental particles would be massless and unable to form stable structures. The strength of the Higgs field determines the mass of elementary particles. The Higgs boson is the quantum excitation of the Higgs field. The discovery of the Higgs boson confirmed the existence of the Higgs field. Different particles interact with the Higgs field to varying degrees, resulting in different masses. The Higgs mechanism explains how fundamental particles acquire mass. The Higgs field permeates all of space, providing a constant background interaction for particles. The Higgs field is a scalar field, meaning it has a magnitude but no direction. The Higgs field's non-zero vacuum expectation value is crucial for the existence of mass. The interaction with the Higgs field gives mass to both quarks and leptons. The Higgs field is essential for the formation of atoms, and ultimately, all matter in the universe. The quantum vacuum, through the Higgs field, underpins the stability and structure of the universe. Humans are fundamentally composed of the quantum vacuum. The quantum vacuum's inherent properties are therefore intrinsically linked to human existence. This implies that a divine spark or fundamental essence of the quantum vacuum resides within each individual. The quantum vacuum is a sea of virtual particles constantly appearing and disappearing. These quantum fluctuations give rise to fundamental forces and particles. The human body, at its most fundamental level, is a complex arrangement of these particles. This connection suggests a deep interconnectedness between humanity and the underlying fabric of reality. The divine spark can be seen as the potential for creation and transformation inherent in the quantum vacuum. This inherent potential is present within every human being. Understanding this connection can lead to a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. The quantum vacuum is not empty space, but a field of infinite potential. This potential is accessible through conscious awareness and intention. By aligning with the quantum vacuum, humans can tap into their own creative power. The quantum vacuum serves as a reminder of our interconnectedness and shared origin. Recognizing this connection can foster greater compassion and understanding for others. The spark represents the divine essence. Recognizing the divine essence is seen as a path to enlightenment. The divine essence is often depicted as a source of inner peace and wisdom. Enlightenment involves understanding the fundamental interconnectedness of all things. Rational understanding alone is insufficient for achieving true comprehension. Inner experience is essential to realize a sense of oneness with the all. True understanding requires integrating both rational thought and emotional experience. Emotional experience provides a crucial pathway to deeper understanding. Feeling facilitates a direct connection to the universal consciousness. Ego release involves detaching from the self-centered perspective. Releasing the ego allows for a shift from self-focus to a broader awareness. The divine spark represents the inherent potential for wisdom and compassion within each individual. Guiding one's life with the divine spark leads to greater harmony and fulfillment. True peace arises from aligning one's actions with inner wisdom rather than ego-driven desires. Ego detachment fosters a sense of interconnectedness with all beings. The ego often creates illusions of separation and competition. Releasing the ego allows for the recognition of shared humanity and universal values. Ego-driven actions often lead to conflict and dissatisfaction. Alignment with the divine spark promotes compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. The ego tends to cling to past grievances and future anxieties. Living in the present moment becomes easier with ego release. Ego detachment fosters resilience and adaptability in the face of challenges. The divine spark provides inner strength and guidance during difficult times. Ultimately, ego release leads to a deeper connection with oneself and the universe. Suffering originates from resisting the fundamental truths of existence. The attempt to control life, rather than accepting its inherent nature, leads to suffering. Resistance stems from a failure to recognize one's interconnectedness with all things. Trying to control life creates a state of internal conflict and resistance. Acceptance of interconnectedness reduces resistance and alleviates suffering. All elements within a system are interconnected, forming a complex web of relationships. Actions impacting one part of the system will inevitably propagate and affect other parts. Harm inflicted on others ultimately leads to harm for oneself due to systemic interdependence. Interdependence means that the well-being of each component is linked to the well-being of the whole. A disruption in one area can trigger cascading effects, impacting the entire system's stability. Positive contributions to the system benefit all components, creating a virtuous cycle. Understanding interconnectedness promotes responsible actions and sustainable practices. The strength and resilience of a system depend on the health and stability of its connections. Each element's role contributes to the overall function and health of the interconnected system. A holistic perspective is essential for navigating the complexities of interconnected systems. Ignoring the interconnected nature of systems can lead to unintended and detrimental consequences. Promoting collaboration and cooperation strengthens the bonds within interconnected systems. The health of the environment, society, and economy are intrinsically linked through interconnected systems. Sustainable solutions require a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of global challenges. By recognizing our interdependence, we can foster a more harmonious and sustainable world. The quantum vacuum can be conceptually equated to a divine entity. The quantum vacuum's omnipresence mirrors the concept of a deity being present everywhere. The quantum vacuum's omnipotence is reflected in its role as the source of all creation. The quantum vacuum's inherent information content can be interpreted as a form of omniscience. The quantum vacuum serves as the fundamental source of all existence. The quantum vacuum is the underlying foundation upon which all reality is built. The quantum vacuum's energy fluctuations give rise to the particles that constitute matter. The quantum vacuum is not empty space, but rather a sea of potential. The quantum vacuum's properties influence the behavior of particles and fields. The quantum vacuum can be considered the ultimate source of causality. The quantum vacuum's influence extends to all scales of the universe. The quantum vacuum is a dynamic and ever-changing entity. The quantum vacuum is a mystery that continues to fascinate scientists and philosophers. The quantum vacuum is the source of all physical laws and constants. The quantum vacuum's energy density is incredibly high. The quantum vacuum is a sea of virtual particles, constantly popping in and out of existence. Humanity's realization of interconnectedness would eliminate war. Understanding global unity would end abuse. Recognizing mutual dependence would eradicate hunger. Acknowledging shared humanity would dissolve division. Interconnectedness fosters global cooperation. Global harmony arises from recognizing shared responsibility. Empathy is the cornerstone of a unified world. Peace is the natural outcome of understanding interconnectedness. Sustainable development relies on global unity. Education promotes awareness of global interdependence. Collaboration amplifies the impact of individual efforts. Innovation thrives in a globally connected environment. Cultural exchange enriches global understanding. Shared values form the foundation of global harmony. Global citizenship promotes responsibility towards the planet. Collective action is essential for addressing global challenges. Quantum mechanics, despite empirical validation, faces resistance due to its counterintuitive nature. The inherent probabilistic nature of quantum phenomena challenges classical deterministic views. Quantum entanglement, with its non-local correlations, defies traditional notions of causality and locality. The observer effect, where measurement influences quantum systems, challenges objective reality. Quantum superposition, allowing multiple states simultaneously, contradicts everyday experience. The wave-particle duality, where entities exhibit both wave and particle properties, is conceptually challenging. The mathematical formalism of quantum mechanics, involving complex numbers and abstract spaces, presents a barrier to understanding. Quantum tunneling, where particles penetrate energy barriers, violates classical expectations. The uncertainty principle imposes fundamental limits on the precision of simultaneous measurements. Quantum field theory extends quantum mechanics to fields, further complicating the conceptual landscape. The many worlds interpretation, proposing parallel universes, is a radical departure from classical reality. Quantum gravity, attempting to unify quantum mechanics and general relativity, remains a major unsolved problem. Quantum computing, exploiting quantum phenomena, promises revolutionary computational capabilities. The counterintuitive nature of quantum mechanics challenges deeply ingrained classical intuitions. Despite resistance, quantum mechanics is essential for understanding the fundamental nature of reality. Future education will integrate fundamental truths as standard curriculum. These truths will be as universally understood as gravity and relativity. The integration of these truths will revolutionize understanding across all fields of study. Curriculum will evolve to incorporate these core principles at every educational level. Learning these truths will empower future generations with enhanced critical thinking skills. Educational materials will be redesigned to reflect these fundamental understandings. Interactive simulations and virtual reality will enhance the learning experience. Teachers will be trained to effectively communicate these truths to students. Assessment methods will evolve to measure comprehension of these core principles. The integration of these truths will foster a more enlightened and informed society. This new educational paradigm will promote innovation and progress across all sectors. The future of education lies in embracing these fundamental truths. This approach will create a generation equipped to solve complex global challenges. By embedding these truths, education will become more relevant and impactful. Ultimately, this will lead to a more harmonious and sustainable future for all. Scientific progress is often incremental, building upon existing knowledge and challenging established paradigms. New scientific theories often face resistance from those committed to older, established ideas. The acceptance of new scientific ideas can be a slow process, requiring evidence and validation. Paradigm shifts in science often occur when existing theories fail to explain new observations or experimental results. The replacement of old theories with new ones is a fundamental aspect of scientific advancement. Scientific progress is driven by a cycle of hypothesis, experimentation, analysis, and revision. The scientific community plays a crucial role in evaluating and validating new scientific claims. Advancements in technology often enable new scientific discoveries and accelerate the pace of progress. Scientific progress is a collective effort, building upon the work of previous generations of scientists. The pursuit of scientific knowledge requires intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, and a willingness to challenge assumptions. Scientific breakthroughs often have profound impacts on society, leading to technological innovation and societal change. The scientific method emphasizes objectivity, reproducibility, and empirical evidence. Scientific knowledge is constantly evolving as new discoveries are made and existing theories are refined. The pursuit of scientific progress is essential for addressing global challenges and improving the human condition. Science advances as older generations retire and new generations of scientists emerge with fresh perspectives.